What's up, guys? We're back at the Explorer, and my dad's trying to get the exhaust manifold bolts out, but they are crusty and one snapped. So that'll be alright. We'll get the welder on it and heat it up. And what I am trying to do right now is just get the radiator and the fan out of the way because it's taking up a lot of space. Update of what I got going on. Dad's exhaust bolts are still fucking being absolute b-holes. He's got 4 broken ones now. This, you'd have thought, oh, I just take the bolts out. No, this is fucking like this, and then you need an 1.5 inch combination fucking wrench to get this off. That's pissing me off. I love this. This is good. Ingenuity. This is the ass end of the bolt. The head of the bolt is inside of like the radiator housing holder, whatever the hell you want to call this. And I gotta take this bracket off on both sides to tip it back to hopefully get something in here and get that bolt out. So we'll see how that goes. Got the thing up. Oh, she's not strong enough. So this fucking fan has just got me absolutely defeated. I took the bolts off here. This piece came off, you take the bolts off of here. This piece comes off, you take this wrench, pop this on here. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm holding it. Well, guess what? This still fucking spins. Fuck you. So I'm trying to take the radiator out, but back on where I was mentioning how the bolt was literally backwards. So I took the mounts off here. We got the clearance, and this is how you get in there. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. And then there's this little tiny hole on the side here. That's how I see if I'm on the nut. And I can't hold the camera and do that, but I just wanted you guys to know how fucking ridiculous that was. After spilling coolant on the ground, I got the shroud out. We've kind of just been putting a little amount of parts in here, because when we post it on Marketplace, whoever needs it, it's there. Stupid fucking fan won't come out, but I should be able to pull this radiator out. Let me set my camera down. So Pa was doing training starter stuff, but we had to take a break and come up here because we could not get this fucking shit off. My mom went and got a kit from O'Reilly's with
fancy tool.
Didn't do shit. I ended up just using my neighbor's big bar and the rest of Ricky's seat bracket. We just bolted it to the pulley here, put this on so my dad could hold it, and
smacked her with the hammer.
And now it's off. So we're finally getting
somewhere.
Yeah, fan's coming off, and we can get back on track. Couple twists. Boop. Fan's off. And then now you can see our contraption a little bit more. Like I said, Dad just had to hold the pulley. This was spinning. I had already taken the alternator off, like you guys had seen. We literally put the belt back on to try to get tension so this wouldn't spin, and it just wasn't doing it. Our little bar mechanism actually is what saved the day. So that was kind of ridiculous. Felt like a chair.
Can you pry on it? Come up there, Jimmy.
One manifold out. One more to go. Okay, so Dad's got the starter out. We had to get that manifold off so he could see inside the hole to get the torque converter bolts out, because we're doing the same thing that we did on the Mustang. Twisting?
Nope, wrong way. Gotta go up.
Dad says wrong way.
Right there.
It didn't go very far.
Nope. It was there. It was just too far.
And he's got to go inside of that little hole. Pretty sure you guys will be able to see that. Dad's got the light.
Right there.
Got that hole right there. Oh yeah, you can see it on the camera. And we're just gonna get those bolts out, and I'll get back to you guys after that. Dad's under the Explorer getting the tranny bolts out now. All the torque converter bolts are out. I'm gonna try to get this AC pump off, and then we gotta figure out if there's a quick disconnect for the fuel rails like there was on the Mustang, because if there is, that'd be super nice. I haven't looked into that yet.
It's on the passenger side.
So there is one.
Yeah, it's right by the firewall. It's an ugly, stupid looking silver clip-like thing.
No,
I've seen it before.
I'll find it. And then last but not least, the power steering housing, pump, all of this can come off in one go. So I'll get that off too. We got the bolts out of the AC pump, cracked it free. So this is just kind of hanging here. We'll go, that can get moved out of the way right once we pull it. I cracked these bolts loose yesterday, but the fan was in my way, so I couldn't get them the rest of the way off. Dad's got all the training bolts out, cracked the engine mount bolts. Those are off. The one down there is loose. I got all the wiring disconnected in the back. We were talking about the fuel line. The fuel disconnect is right here. Trying to see it right here. It's got the zip tie on it. Once I cut that zip tie, it's just a little latch, pops off. And yeah, Dad said the tranny was already starting to separate. You can kind of see
it on that side.
Yeah, a little bit, little hairline crack. So this should go pretty good for us. We're just cruising along. So right now, we just got to get the power steering housing off, and we should be getting ready to put the chains on and get it yanked. We pushed it forward, and now it's hooked to the chain hoist. And we're doing it this way because this is just higher. We don't really need to get sketchy with the cherry picker for absolutely no reason. We can just jack this up, and the Explorer's still in neutral. Just push it backwards. Easy peasy. Set it on the ground. Other motor's right here. Start the swap seat. Sounds simple, right? We'll see if that's how it goes. But my dad had to run home quick because apparently he has the tool to disconnect the fuel line. It wasn't as easy as just popping this clip off. We did pop the clip off, but now it just doesn't come apart. But he said that he's done my grandpa's truck, which is this Chevy Silverado, and he said it was the same style, and that he might have the tool still. I say might because he's probably not going to find it, but we'll see. If he doesn't find it, we're probably just going to cut it. That's what I would do anyways. Tool acquired. Kind of hard to see. I'm not yelling at you, Dad, I'm just saying.
The bitch to get in there.
We got the gas line off. That's perfect. We're about to start pulling. Battery says 30%. I want to get this on recording, so we're going to get going. We made a mess, but that's okay. We got this bad girl on a tire now. This is on a tire. And water pump's the same. I'm not sure if the alternator's the same, but the bracket's the same, so easy enough to swap that over. Intake's got to go over. This radiator hose has got to get swapped. Headers, motor mounts. We're gonna swap the flywheels. We got, shout out Ricky, he had already bought sockets for his own car. So that's pretty cool. But we had header bolts snap over here, so that really sucks. So Dad's gonna have to get his welder over here, and we're gonna have to weld nuts onto those studs, and hopefully those come out easy enough. But for right now, we're gonna start swapping. So my dad just ran home to go get the trailer. He's gonna get whatever he has on the trailer off so he can get the Explorer home and get that on Marketplace. He's gonna post that for 500 bucks, like we were saying. I just got the headers off. There's the other one over here. Dad's got the motor mounts off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this intake off while he's gone and see if I can get all this swapped off. And then I'll have to clean this up because she's just a little dirty. We don't want to just throw that back on there after she looks like that. So it's an absolute mess in here. But Dad brought the trailer so we could get the Explorer out. Now we're gonna push the Mustang back in. But yeah, what a fucking mess. Ay, ay, ay. Big chop shop. Okay, so I got the intake off. The injectors are pulled out. Well, that side is. Some of them anyway. And we're gonna swap the thermostat, I guess, because this goes straight. And this one has a little up on it. We're thinking it's gonna hit throttle body and the intake. All right, so, oh, look at Dad pop the thing off.
This bolt must have fell out or something, because it was, this hooked a tree and then it fell in my lap. Because I went down the long run.
Well, it's not broke.
No.
So
It just freaked me out. All of a sudden it's laying in my lap. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, Dad just took the quad for a rip. That handlebar was loose though. But I just blew all this off, though I was using a different battery because my other batteries were charging, and that battery sucks. It does like weird things, and it makes the camera do a bunch of crazy things, and yeah, that is what happened. It started doing that. So while the camera was being crazy, I had explained that I took the intake off, fuel rails are off, Dad pulled the injectors over there, they're just lying here, we have to swap them still. But I kind of blew this off half-assed too. But this one I really blew off. I cleaned this. We scraped this with a razor. This is ready for the new intake. I gotta put the sensor back here. But I just blew around all of the injectors. Pretty clean. So, yeah. And that'll conclude this video. We'll finish swapping this stuff. I mean, I'll fire the camera up when we do that, but we're not going to do it today. It's been a long day, right?
Yep.
And we're done. So, hopefully you guys are enjoying the V6 swap content. Pa's been over in the shop doing some shit. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and as always, have a nice night.